So hello everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the new Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey eyeshadow palette. So mine finally arrived in the mail today. While I went to go pick my son up from school, I came back and this was in my mailbox. I'm sorry, on my table in my house, and I was super excited. If you all remember, she came out with the one from last year, and as you can see, there's quite the size difference. Hold on, let me take this one out of the package as well. But these retail for I believe it was $78. Did I pay for this? I paid $78 for this one last year, and then this one's for this year. So now there are 4 repeat shades in this palette, just like there were repeat shades in this one, but this one just repeated both the Star Wars quads that she came out with. So this is one of the Star Wars quads, this is the other one, I think this is Darth Vader one, and this is the Golden Galactic something or another. I don't know, I don't own those, I only own this palette. When I went to go buy those for the launch, she had launched them early by accident, and people bought them before time, so then they sold out. So people like me who actually waited on time like they were supposed to couldn't get them. So I was glad that she included them in this palette, but we're talking about the palette that came out this year. So this is it. There are 4 repeat shades in it, like I said. I forgot which the 4 are. My girl Dr. Ash and her makeup knows. I'll try to remember to link her video down below along with the looks she did, because I thought her looks fire. But let me read the description of this lovely palette, shall we? And it's still only available on her website, so you can now go to Sephora and buy it like you could last year. And believe it or not, on the 29th, which is I believe tomorrow, is when the blush palettes are launching and the eyeshadow quad is launching. So you'll get a video on that stuff probably a couple of weeks from now. I already have the blushes in the corner over there and the highlighter, because 3 of the 4 blushes in the quads are repeats from, I mean all the blushes are repeats, and I have 3 of those 4 blushes. I'm sorry y'all, it's taking my phone forever to load. I don't know what's going on with the website, but yeah, so 3 of the 4 blushes are repeats. So I have Divine Rose, I have Paradise Venus, and then there was another one, I believe it's called Love Struck, and all 3 of those are in the quads. And then there's one new highlighter that unfortunately I won't be able to get because it's in the darker quad, but I already own the 2 blushes, so I'm like, I'm not buying the 2 blush quad just to get one highlighter, especially since there's this individual highlighter that comes in that collection. And then there's the 2 eye quads, and then there's 2 lip balms. Y'all, I don't know, thank you, mother. Okay, so it says, this is your mission. Go where no beauty lover has ever gone before with the limited edition 18 shade couture color chassis. Being beyond the spectrum in an array of supernova gemstone inspired shades presented in a cyber bronze starscape balance with warm and cool tones. Elevate your artistry with fantasy inducing hues and creamy textures that deliver extraterrestrial effects in 5 finishes: satin shimmer, 24 karat dual-chrome sparkle, foil metallic, velvet matte, and iridescent sparkle. Let your imagination take flight, embarking on a technoir odyssey with incomparable blendability and buildability for eyes, skin, and beyond. All shades are expertly calibrated to wear entrancely on every skin tone and to conjure iconic looks ranging from earthshine splendor to divine otherworldliness. Use without caution. A universe of artistry without boundaries is yours. Like, okay, mother, like the stuff mother be coming up with, y'all, I be like, look, mother, it just be a lot. But this is what the palette looks like on the inside. As you all saw on the other one, it didn't have the acrylic inside like the palettes are normally acrylic, so she just made this one acrylic this year. This is what it looks like. There are only 4 mattes, and if I remember correctly, last year there were only 4 mattes. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this palette. I'm trying to remember what the, like I said, I don't remember what the old shades were, but there were 2 singles that were old shades. I believe it's this one. I think Ashley said it was this one, and I forgot what the last one was, but there's 4 shades in here that are from other palettes. Like 2 of them are singles, 1 of them came in the Opulence palette, and then 1 came in Midnight Sun. So I do own Midnight Sun, so I have 1 of them. I don't own the 2 singles because they're more bronzy, roses tones, and then I don't own the palette she did for the Chinese New Year I think that's the one that's called Golden Opals, and that's the one it's in. So I do have my Decadence palette though, because I feel like some of the colors will look similar in there, or might be, you know, good complementary tones to use with this palette, even though it's mainly shimmer, and this is a all shimmer palette. As you can see, I was blessed enough to get the gold packaging, even though I didn't get to get it from the Star Wars collection. This is what it looks like at the inside. So I feel like this would go good with this palette, just because I feel like these are more jewel tone ones, and these feel like they're a little bit more poppier versions of jewel tones. So I feel like this will pair with that palette nicely. Plus there's no silver in this one, and Mother rarely does silver. She likes to give a whole bunch of like golds and champagnes. So I appreciated that this palette had a silver in it. I wish they had Divine, what is it, the Dark Star that she did in the smaller palettes for one holiday season would have had a silver instead of the gold she put in there, and then the champagne gold. I was fine with the champagne gold, but I wanted, you know, like a silver to go with all those cool tones. So that kind of disappointed me. But anyway, I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order, try to figure out which eye look I want to do. Also, let me know what you think about like the face products, because I tried a new Hourglass Ambient palette, and I filmed that before I filmed this, of course, because I didn't have anything on my face. So I'm gonna go off camera, try to figure out something to do with my eyes, and I will be right back. Okay, y'all, so I returned with this. So I used this really sparkly black shade. I just had to, I couldn't help myself. I used gold next to it in our inner corner here. I used this blue, this green, and then this was the matte I chose to use. I'm going to do one more look just because I want to use these pinker tones, and since that's what Mother's known for, I started off with that on the lip, but I got sidetracked by the sparkly, the sparkly shade that I used. So we're just going to start off with the chocolate brown shade and start putting that in the outer V. It feels weird not having like a dark outer V, but I'm actually okay with it because the sparkly shade I put up is so dark, so I'm just like, okay, it's fine with me, you know. Totally fine. I'm trying to get through all of these videos as quickly as possible, because you will see this one I'm filming now on Tuesday, on Thursday. And then when that video goes up, I will have already ordered the rest of the stuff from the Pat McGrath collection I'm going to get. I will show you the blushes and stuff in that video, not this one, even though they're already here with me, because, you know, it'll be more important then, because that's when it will have launched. I forgot I had Mother's eye pencil, and I used it using a glitter glue, but on this side of the eye, with you all, since I remembered it was here, I'm going to just go ahead and glaze this on there. So I got to click it up a little bit. So I don't know how I forgot it was here. I guess because since in the bag in the corner, I have like literally a bag of stuff over there for all the stuff to compare to other stuff in videos. I just didn't, you know, think about looking over there. I was on automatic, like, yeah, I gotta get this done, gotta get this done, gotta get this done, and I didn't look over it like I should have. Okay, so look at the sparkle of this, y'all. It's insanely sparkly. And as you can see, my eye looks quite nice. So start off with this on the, I have to make sure the brush is turned the right way. On the outer V here. Just looks so beautiful. It just gives the extra reflecting sparkle. I hope you don't hear the car outside playing loud music. If you do, my apologies. I can't do too much about that, sis. My bad. I'm just praying the mic on the camera isn't picking up on it, because I don't know. I changed the settings on my camera somehow, and I don't know what I changed it to where when I plug my mic in now, you don't hear it. Whereas before, when I had it plugged in, you could hear it. So anyway, now I took the blue shade and put it on top of the black one to try to like blend it in and get rid of that somewhat harsh line. And I put the green toward the very, very front. So and I think it looks quite nice. Now we're going to put the green in the very front like I just talked about. I can definitely see the difference using Mother's versus the glitter glue. I feel like it looks a little bit more textured when you use Mother's as opposed to using like the glitter glue. So I don't know, but let's get the inner corner color in now. That was the gold shade. And I'm definitely loving and living in here for this eye look. I think it looks stunning. If I didn't have to do like 3 looks of Tina's palette, I would put a black pencil in the waterline. But since I'm doing a 3 looks of Tina's palette and it's more colorful, I don't want to do that. But I was like, I want to film Mother's 2 looks first before I go into Tina's, because I want to wear Tina's home and be like all fancy and, you know, whatnot, like the fancy fits. So, but yeah, so this is the finished eye look for the first one. I'm going to do a second one. Like I said, I want to use one of the more the pinkyish berries tone, so I'm gonna use like this one, and these rose golds are kind of calling to me. Plus, you know, if you don't have a lot of Pat McGrath stuff, I want you to see how pretty her rose tones are. So I'm gonna go off camera, get these pictures, and then we'll get to the next look. Okay? So I kept it simple, you know, a nice little red lip situation, and it matches. I mean, eye, and it matches my lip better than the first one did. So let's go ahead and get started. I used this one, that one, this one, this one, and we're gonna pop this in the corner at the end because it has like a purplish type shift to it, which I find interesting. And I want to try out some more. So here's my pencil brush. I think I would put the original pencil brush downstairs. Let's grab another one before we start. So I actually have all my brushes at one time. Look at that. Nobody gonna say that for me. I don't know my lower lash line. Here we go. Okay, so I just took this brush and took that darker red all in the outer V. I think I might try to squeeze one more look in here because I'm feeling these taupey cool tone copperish shades. I mean this taupey shade, and then there's a nice copper shade in here. So I might do a third one. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Because I still got to do 3 looks for Tina's palette, so I'm thinking I probably shouldn't push it. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to show you as many of those like special 24 karat shades as I can. So I'm thinking maybe I should just go ahead and do it. Then I took the corally shade and dusted on top of this one, so I guess I'll do that now. It's quite pigmented, believe it or not. I'll just dust over here a little bit. And I didn't use the stick for the shade in the back, since it's more of a satiny finish. I use it toward the one that's toward the front, because I believe it's another one of those 24 karat shades. Let me just go in with it on my own. It's a really pretty shade, as you can see. Look at how gorgeous that is. Yeah. Mother did not disappoint as usual. So we're like, yes. Slathered all over my face, yes. Excuse me. So now I'm going to take the pen and go toward the front of the eye. So we put that special shade on top. Put it over a little bit more. I thought I had, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and put the sparkle all over the lid. And again, it's giving that textured effect to the lid, which I don't necessarily mind. But I know some people don't like it, so I figured I'd tell you it's giving this textured look. I went back in with this brush and did more detail work because I like to see the crease shade show up. So I'll trace over top of it after I do mine. I know everyone doesn't do that. That's just my personal preference thing. take the same brush we used before and just dust real quick on the outer V there. Now we're going to go into the inner corner with the purpley shade I talked about. As you can see, it's quite the icy purple-esque shade, if you will, but I am here for it. I think a nice little pop, and you can get like a nice little cute romantic look out of here. So I want you to see you can get like a colorful smoky eye, you can get a nice little romantic ready rose eye, and then I want to do one more look so you can get a nice basic look. So I think we are going to do one more look. I'm thinking about using this copper shade here, this shade right here, just taking that chocolate dark brown right there. We'll probably dust this over the top as well, and then take this sparkly glittery shade to finish it off just because it's so pretty. So I'm gonna come back with one more eyelid and then we'll finally be done, and I'll tell you my thoughts on the palette. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are, y'all, with the final look. Kept it real simple and bronzy, and then gave y'all a white little pop of color in the inner corner with this nice copper here. So let's get started with our last look, because I still need to film Tina the Fancy Faces video, which is why you see the lovely hummingbird in the background. But yeah, so I was inspired to do 3 looks. So I was like, well, I'm inspired, let's just go ahead and get it done, honey. Especially since hopefully that means I won't have to try to film a lot this weekend. I'll probably be filming pre-filming like content with older stuff for the downtime when there aren't any new things coming out, because I still have to upload when there are no new things coming out. Although I just saw Glamlight's launching like 4 new palettes. I think it's only 4. I don't know. They got one for margarita, they got one for dirty martini, they got one for wine, and then they got one for, I think it's chocolate martini. So they got chocolate martini, dirty martini, wine, and then the last one was just a margarita. So I'm like, okay. The margarita one and the chocolate martini one I'm not super excited about or whatever, but I'm like, I guess I can try them or whatever. I don't know, depends on how I feel, because I'm like, I'm not super excited about those, but you know, like the packaging is bomb, and like I figured we can go through and try each one of them in the series and then like rank them kind of like I did with the Huda Beauty ones. And like I have a bundle, so I'm feeling like the bundle will be a better deal for me. I'm just taking a clean brush now after we went into that lighter brown shade I told you all I was going to use, and getting the bundle because I feel like that deal will be better. So we'll see about that. What I did was I took this chocolate brown shade and put it all over the lid, and then I took this 24 karat shimmery glitter shade, or whatever the proper term was for it, I don't always remember. Put this on the lid. So I put this on the lid on its own, if I remember correctly, since it's more of a satin type finish. And then on top of it, I went over it, of course, with the Mother's Eye stick, and then I used that to get the extra shimmer that's on our lid. And then I went back over the outer the outer corner with the chocolate brown matte to bring back a little bit of dimension there. So I'm gonna take the stick now, since it's another star in the show, and put it all over here so we can make sure we, you know, get that done. Now I'm gonna go into the sparkly glittery shade at the top, and I noticed they had like pink shimmery particles in it, which is another reason I wanted to use it, because it wasn't like a typical bronze shade. But I noticed that's been happening, because if you all remember with the Huda one that transformed different colors from the Wild Tiger palette, it had those sort of sparkles in it too, but it shifted from like, I think, gold to like pink from what I remember. A little bit like greenish gold pink. That's what I'm remembering. Did a couple of weeks ago though, so God only knows. Go ahead and darken this outer V up real quick, and then we'll get to the coppery shade in the inner corner, and then we'll talk about my thoughts on this palette as a whole. Now I have done 3 separate looks. It's gonna be a beast to edit, I already know. And then the new stuff is coming out tomorrow. Like I said in one of the eye look I did. The blushes. I think it was the first one I told y'all that I had the blushes, and the rest of the stuff is coming out in the eye look. The only thing that she's holding off on are the lip balms. I think like this is such a cool look though. Like if I had to like wear boring shades to work, I try to do something like this, so at least I get a fun pop of color in the inner corner, but I still have that neutral look going on. So I actually really like this one just because, to me, I feel like they would consider it a work appropriate look where I can still have some fun pop of color, but still like my eye look because it has those glitter particles on the lid, and then it has a fun pop of color in the inner corner there. So yeah. Let me go ahead and put Mother's mascara on. This is a Dark Star mascara. The Fetish Eyes is at home unopened because I had opened this one when it came out, even though I had that one on backup because I really like it as well. So I like Mother's mascara. I know everyone doesn't. I'm trying to remember. I think Kelsey Brianna J said she didn't like this one, and I think Teresa did say she didn't like this one as well. Don't quote me though. I don't 100% remember that, but I know I heard some YouTubers I follow said that they do not like this mascara, but I like it just fine. And as you can see, it gave us a nice little look. So let me zoom you out and we can talk about what's on that. Okay, so I really enjoyed this palette, but I feel like there's no surprise. I'm really liking those cool, sparkly, glittery shades. The 24 karat ones, I really like those. They have a weird putty sequence to them, so you just have to be careful when you swatch into them, because otherwise it's just like a mess. Oh. That's more of an iridescent type tone. So is this one. I think it's only supposed to be like 3 of those. And then, of course, I have to swatch the green and the blue. I just can't mess up. I'm sorry. So that's the citrine green, I believe. And then I'll swatch into the blue with my thumb because I had run out of hands. I mean, run out of fingers. So, these are just some of the shades. I really like them. And I think I used every shade that's on my hand today because I like it that much. So there you go. I definitely think this palette is worth the investment. Now, when I saw the sneak photos, I was like, "Ooh, Mother, no! What is this color story?" But of course, with Mother's lighting and everything, and seeing it in person myself, I like it a million times better. It is simply gorgeous. I'm happy to have it in my collection, and I can't wait to get the little quad to compare it to the other little quad. I wish she had come out with like different blush colors for the holiday, but since she just came out with that set, it was a good idea to come out with the color she already has in the holiday set. Because if you're giving it as a gift during the holiday, or you just want to try a couple of the blushes yourself and a highlighter, it is a great value for those who waited for the holidays to see what she came out with the holiday collection. Unfortunately, I did not get to do so because I am a reviewer, so I have to review everything when it launches. But if I was a regular consumer, I would have waited for the holidays as well too, to see like, is she gonna come out with more colors? Is she gonna come out with a holiday set like she did? And she did, and I was happy about it. Y'all, this cardboard was just being disrespectful just then. Sorry, that's what I was doing. But yeah, so I really like my eye look. I am really happy with all the eye looks I did. I can't wait to do some more. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I would definitely recommend this one. I don't think the one from last year is here, but I really like that one as well. But that's a great price point to try out Pat McGrath, and I would suggest that you do so. And the face palettes look like they're really good. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.